Then when the body bursts into flames, the yogi can anywhere he likes. This Prabhuji, then when the body bursts into flames, the yogi can go anywhere he likes. This yoga system recognizes the soul, and thus it is distinct from the so-called yoga process for controlling the cells of the body, which has been discovered in the modern age. The real yoga process accepts the transmigration of the soul from one planet to another, or one body to another. It appears from the incident that Sati wanted to transfer her soul to another body or sphere. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranams Prabhuji.
Pratyuday, I don't know, you will be able to read the shloka.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I'm new to the class. I will try to read that one.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, first I have to read the shloka.
Yes, please.
I will try. Kritva samanau anilau jitasana sodanam uttapya cha nabi chakratha sanairhudi stapya diyorasi stitam kanthat bhruvor mandhyam aninditanayat.
Thank you, Mataji. Shri Priya Mataji. Or Paramprabha Mataji. Yeah, Shri Priya Mataji. Translation, please.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. First, sitting posture, and then she carried the life air upwards and placed it in the position of equilibrium near the navel. Then she raised her life air mixed with intelligence to the heart, and then gradually towards the pulmonary passage, and from there to between her eyebrows. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Paramprabha Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The yogic process is to control the air passing within the body in different places called Shat Chakra, the 6 circles of air circulation. The air is raised from the abdomen to the navel, from the navel to the heart, from the heart to the throat, from the throat to between the eyebrows, and from between the eyebrows to the top of the cerebrum. That is the sum and substance of practicing yoga. Before practicing the real yoga system, one has to practice the sitting postures, because this helps in the breathing exercises which control the airs going upwards and downwards. This is a great technique which one has to practice to attain the highest perfectional stage of yoga, but such practice is not meant for this age. No one in this age can attain the perfectional stage of such yoga, but people indulge in practicing sitting postures, which is more or less a gymnastic process. By such bodily gymnastics, one may develop good circulation and may therefore keep one's body fit. But if one simply restricts oneself to that gymnastic process, one cannot attain the highest perfectional stage. The yoga process, as described in the Keshava Shruti, prescribes how one can control his living force according to his desire and transmigrate from one body to another or from one place to another. In other words, yoga practice is not meant to keep the body fit. Any transcendental process of spiritual realization automatically helps one to keep the body fit, for it is the spirit soul that keeps the body always fresh. As soon as the spirit soul is out of the body, the material body immediately begins to decompose. Any spiritual process keeps the body fit without separate endeavor, but if one takes it that the ultimate aim of yoga is to maintain the body, then he is mistaken. The real perfection of yoga is elevation of the soul to a higher position, or the liberation of the soul from material entanglement. Some yogis try to elevate the soul to higher planetary systems where the standard of life is different from that of this planet, and where the material comforts, lifespan, and other facilities for self-realization are greater. And some yogis endeavor to elevate the soul to the spiritual world, the spiritual Vaikuntha planets. The Bhakti Yoga process directly elevates the soul to the spiritual planets, where life is eternally blissful and full of knowledge. Therefore, Bhakti Yoga is considered to be the greatest of all yoga systems. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुधापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम् श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितं च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमदे भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी दिनामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतश्री नमः। ये कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपी कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरु दीनदारिणां परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं हरिः ओं तत्सत्। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताके। Hare Krishna. I'm happy to be here. There's so much wonderful devotees who've been hearing Shrimad Bhagavatam. So today, so there are two topics in this 5 shlokas predominantly coming out. One is on the Vaishnava Aparadh. Second one is the yoga through which Sati is trying to give her body. So probably I'll talk about today only Vaishnava Ninda or Vaishnava Aparadh, emphasize on that. And probably the next few shlokas, other speakers can talk about rest of the topics. So today our theme will be Vaishnava Aparadh, right? When we say Vaishnava Aparadh, I think I've asked this several times, but in order to just quickly recap, what is Aparadh, what is sin? Are there any difference? What is sin, what is Aparadh?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. For
Yes,
sin, there
Mataji.
is prayaschitta. For aparadh, there is no prayaschitta, Prabhuji.
No. If I do Nam Aparadh, what is the solution? What is the prayaschitta? If you do Nam Aparadh, are there no prayaschitta? If you do offenses to the deities, Seva Aparadh, are there any prayaschitta? Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji. For seva
Then,
aparadh, there is prayaschitta. Nama aparadh, no.
yeah.
Nama chanting. Chanting of the
Yes,
holy.
then you said there is no prayaschitta.
Only for the Vaishnava Ninda, there is no prayaschitta, Prabhuji, until and unless that particular devotee whom we have offended should forgive, pray for us or something. We should fall at their feet and
Okay.
ask for forgiveness.
Okay. Anything else? What is sin? What is
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji,
aparadha?
may I?
Yeah,
May I?
please. Yeah.
Sin is done out of by mistake, and aparadha may be done willingly.
So, do we do Vaishnava Aparadh willingly or unwillingly? Knowingly or unknowingly?
Unknowingly only, Prabhuji.
Also, right? Willingly
Yes.
also we'll do, but
Yes.
unknowingly also we do, right? So you are right. I'm just testing you. You are right. It's most of the time when we do Vaishnava Aparadh, either due to carelessness or it is more of you know that you're doing it. Sin is something which accidentally you do. Yeah, partially correct. Or yeah, it is one of the way to look at it. Yes. What else?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, for aparadha, it's like we are Vaishnava Ninda, like Lord will not forgive us because we are offending his devotees, right? But sin, it is in general, so he will forgive us. By that I understood. Hare Krishna.
Okay. One more person. Anyone last?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Shall I?
Meenakshi Mataji. Yes.
Prabhuji, according to me, I feel sin is of a lesser intensity and may be forgiven, whereas aparadha is of a more intense, at a intense level. So it may or may not be forgiven depending upon what is the aparadha committed. Vaishnava aparadha is considered to be very, very difficult to be forgiven.
Okay. So, if a person is going on a car, is going 100 kilometers per hour, then he would reach the destination. Let's say 100 kilometer is there, he's going 100 miles per hour. He would reach within 1 hour's time if he go at the same speed. A person who is committing sinful activities, especially when you say sin, breaking the 4 regulative principle, or I give another example, as a father, I am entitled to do my dharma, which is to take care of the physical, mental protection to my kids, my family dependent. If I don't do that as a father, I deviate from my duty, I don't give a protection, I don't give a shelter, then that is a sin, because I've been deviating from my prescribed duties. And whatever regulative principle described as a duty in Shastra, if I don't follow, then it becomes a sin. Then if a person is committing still sin, but still inclined to devotional service, is still doing devotional service, is continue to do, but 1 or 2 things he's not able to follow, then the speed of the car comes down to 50. So he might, instead of reaching 1 hour, he might reach in 2 hours. But a person who is committing aparadh is still trying to go in the bhakti, it will go in the reverse. You will lose all the pious credit, whatever bhakti you've done. You will not be able to do that. You can see from this example of the shloka 23, Daksha, right, is incarnation of offenses. In this episode, you can see Daksha was first, Sati then dies, and Virabhadra comes, he's been killed, and his head has been replaced with, he's not killed, his head is replaced with a goat head. Then after this also, he takes rebirth in the Bhagavatam. And he takes again, Daksha takes a rebirth. Again, he continues to do the offense. And he continued to offend Lord Narada that time. Next lifetime, he would offend Narada Rishi, because his sons, he wants to progenate, and Narada Rishi converts him ever to brahmachari. Then he curses Narada also, saying that you will not stay in one place. So you can see that this offenses, it continues. Sin is, of course, you can overcome. Somebody said prayaschita, right? And gradually it will go away. But if you start doing offenses, you will not progress. One, it is either stagnant or you will go back. Most of the time you go back, you fall down in Krishna consciousness. So aparadha is more important. The other thing is that sin is more to do with your material duties, material aspects. But anything related to Bhagavan, bhakti, that is all aparadha. Killing somebody is maybe a sin, right? We say 4 regulative principle, we should not meet because we should not kill somebody. The same killing happens for the Vaishnava, then it becomes aparadh, because it's nothing to do with the material aspect, but it is to do with the bhakti, Bhagavan. Then it becomes aparadh, right? It's the same activity, then it becomes aparadh, right? So it is very, very important in our life. One, in order to progress in Krishna Bhakti, the Acharyas, so much emphasis on Vaishnava aparadh they have done. So that's what we're going to see. And Satis is exemplary. So here the purport Prabhupada wonderfully writes in the text number 22, one should not tolerate blasphemy against Lord Vishnu or devotees. Sati is not furious or angry. That's because my husband got like insulted or not given respect. That's why I'm getting angry. No, she's not on the bodily platform. In the text number 18, I don't know, previous they would have covered it. What are the aspects one should do? Prabhupada explains it's Vaishnava Ninda happens. Either you should stop the other person, you get angry and you stop the other person, cut his tongue and kill him, and you should also die. or you should leave the place. You are not in a situation, then you should leave that place. You should not hear that, otherwise you are party to the blasphemy, and you also become Vaishnava Aparad. So like that, we see in Chaitanya Charitamrita, so many instances are there, wonderful stories. And we'll look at those pastimes to understand much better. So here Sati is not tolerating. That's not because Lord Shiva is my husband. She consistently, any Vaishnavas offended, and she would continue to do that. There is one more episode in the Bhagavatam. Can anybody recall where Parvati or Durga Devi is not tolerating another Vaishnava Aparadha? Where is that? Which episode is that? Huh? No.
Chitraketu.
Jadabharata, Prabhuji. Jadabharata.
Yeah. What happens in Jadabharata case?
Parvati was sitting on Krishna. Sorry, when Parvati was sitting on Shiva's lap. He
No,
got
no,
some
no,
command.
no. Somebody told about Jadabharata.
Okay.
What is that, Mataji, Jadabharata?
He was supposed to be for Bali sacrifice. He was taken, and Kali Mata comes and she kills all the ones who were offering him.
Its own devotees, the Durga worshippers, they were trying to chop off Jadabharata. Then she gets angry. So from this episode, we can understand she is in general any Vaishnava Aparadha she would not tolerate. Does not matter its own devotees who are doing it, or it is Lord Shiva, his own husband. She doesn't matter. For her, she is looking at this episode as a Vaishnava Aparadha, and what is prescribed in the Shastra, she is accordingly. So here, number one, Prabhupada says the reason why she did not kill Daksha, even though she is the entire energy of the Maya, she has the potency to kill Daksha. She's more powerful than Daksha, but she did not do it because it will come. So Shiva has arranged Sati to kill. That's why they talk about it. So she doesn't want to give bad name to her husband. Second thing, her father. Third thing is, she said, yes, I can't do anything. She consider as, so the Brahmanas, they can't kill themselves because it becomes a Brahma Hatya, even suicidal. So the Kshatriyas, they need to kill other person if he's offending Vaishnava. The Sudras and Vaishyas, they should either leave that place or they should kill themselves. So Sati is considering herself as equivalent to Shudras. Or she's considering the woman Shudras on the same category, then she started taking up.
Hare Krishna, Chandra Mataji, please be on mute.
So she's considering herself, then she says, let me die. That's the episode happening. Now, one more thing to emphasize the importance of the Vaishnava Aparadha, right? So I will tell you a few stories, pastimes. Then we will understand the significance of this Vaishnava Aparadha, how we should avoid as well, right? It's called Mad Elephant's Offense. And this is the first offense in our chanting of the holy name, to bless the devotees who are dedicated the life propagating holy name of the Lord. And so Prabhupada is also talking about discharging devotional service. One should be very, very careful in offending this. So otherwise it's going to create a havoc and stops one's advancement. This is what I was telling, a car example. It will not further progress. Your bhakti will stand still. Prabhu, it has been 40 years. I've been chanting, but I don't get a taste. I've been in Krishna conscious movement, but I don't feel that I'm progressing. It's all the reason because there is some aparadhas happening. Otherwise, you would be, progressing ladder to ladder, then you will be in Bhava, Prema stage. But if it is something is not progressing, in bhakti, there is no stagnation. People say, I'm stagnated for 10 years, 20 years. There is no stagnation. It's like elevator. Either you go up or you come down. So if your bhakti you're not progressing means you're going down. There's only two steps. There is no in between. Oh, I'm same like last 10 years. I've been doing the same bhakti. No, you are day by day degrading. Probably you're not able to identify. In bhakti, there is no stagnant. So you go down. So that's Prabhupada's statement. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is wonderfully explaining. First, you look at your own condition. We are not here to purify the rest of the world, right? We are here to reform ourselves. We are not here born to reform others. First thing is, are we free from duplicity? Are we free from envy? Are we corrected, right? Am I disciplined? That is important than, you're trying to make others, finding fault with others. Even Sati here, you can see this in this episode. He says Shiva doesn't find fault with anyone and he's equal to anyone. And how can you find a fault with him, such a noble person? That's what she's trying to say. So here, our job is not to offend anyone or find fault with others, rather find fault with ourselves and try to rectify it. So in the Vaishnava Aparadh, it can be categorized into 6. One is a killing Vaishnava, which generally many of us do it. But you can see from the episode of Prithu Maharaj, who is that? Ambrish Maharaj, right? Episode, we can see was trying to kill Durvasa Muni, envious of the Vaishnavas. Even though Lord Mahaprabhu is come in the roop of Vaishnava, so you can see Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's son-in-law was envious. Like that, we can see that episode. Speaking wrongly about it. So this is a wonderful story. I want to talk about it. So this episode tells that these are series of stories which I'm going to talk about. It tells that Krishna even he will not spare, even it is his own wife or his own mother, own family members. If anybody does Vaishnava Aparadh, he can't even tolerate it. Because for Krishna, it's a head or tail or lotus feet or the dust in the lotus feet. It's all absolute. It's all the same. Anybody does Vaishnava Aparadh, the dust in the lotus feet will not forgive. The Vaishnava might forgive, but Krishna will not forgive them, and the dust on the lotus feet may not forgive them, irrespective of it is own Krishna's father, mother, things like that. So we can see from episode of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? Sachi Mata. So everybody, all the devotees, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taken sannyas. He was there, I think Shantipur, and all the devotees going and meeting him. And everybody is asking, oh, please give Krishna Bhakti to my wife, give Krishna Bhakti to my husband. And he was giving everyone. Somebody devotee asked, what about Sachimata? And Mahaprabhu said, I will not give Krishna Bhakti to my mother. And everybody was shocked. She is the incarnation of Yashoda Mai, and she is the mother of the entire universe. Because she is given birth to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna himself. How can he refuse Krishna Bhakti to her mother? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was requested to explain. Then he said, she offended mentally. See, look at this mental offense. The 6th aspect is the mental offense. She mentally offended Advaitacharya when my elder brother has taken sannyas and I was going to Gurukul, and she was thinking how this, Advaita is Dvaita, he's taking, everybody's converting, and what will happen to my son? He's also take sannyas. That's a mental offense, she thought. That's because of that offense. Because Bhagavan, Bhakti, anything, these are transcendental. So even do mental offenses, it do affect. We can't say in Kali Yuga, oh, this mental offense is not taken care. It's only the physically you do, then it is Vaishnava Aparadh. No, it is anything on the to do with the Vaishnava, Bhagavan, Bhakti, then it is definitely the mental offense is also considered. For other things, it may not be considered, but yes, the seriousness may be less, but still it is an offense, mental offenses as well. So that way, Mahaprabhu did not forgive. And finally, she has to take dust from the lotus feet of Advaitacharya. Then all the devotees went and told Advaitacharya, look what happened. And Advaitacharya could not believe how Shachimata can do an offense. Even though she done offenses, it is not to be considered. I am not insignificant in front of Shachimata. And he was so lamenting and he fainted. Then Mahaprabhu indicated Shachimata, now go and take the dust now. Otherwise, you will not give dust. So she takes the dust from the Advaita Acharya, puts on her head, then Mahaprabhu forgives her, its own mother. And so this another episode, speaking wrongly, right? We can see from Ramayana episode, Lord Rama never forgiven. So one time, see the Vanavas episode started, Kaikeyi asked the boon and Rama with Sita and Lakshman. They went to the Panchavati and they were staying there. And Bharata came to know later that this all happened, and Mother Kaikeyi, he did that. He was hating her, scolding her, and he started a big soldier army. He wants to come and take Rama back to Ayodhya. He want to convince him. So he came with a big, force. But Lakshman always thinks wrong about Bharata. He says he was looking at the tree, then he saw all these flags and people are coming. Then he identified it as Bharata and immediately rushed to Rama and said, "See, look, Rama is not only her mother, Kaikeyi, thrown out of the city, and now they want to kill us in the forest as well, so that there's no rivalry. Just give me order. I'm just waiting. I want to fight and kill Bharata, right?" Then Lord Rama said, "No, no, no. Bharata is not that kind of person. You're judging him. So wait, let him come. Let us discuss." So this is the first offenses. First offense is that speaking wrongly. Even though Bharata was not that caliber, Lakshmana did speak wrongly against him. And he had a Vaishnava Aparadh. Again, punishment was given. I'll tell you that story. So the Bharata comes. Then he explains the situation. Then Lakshmana understood who is Bharata. So that was the first Vaishnava Aparadh Lakshmana did. For that, Rama gives back the punishment when Mother Sita was there in the forest. Lakshman and this Maricha comes in the golden deer. And she wants to capture the golden deer. Rama goes away. And Lakshman is waiting, and Lord Rama, the golden deer shouts, "Oh, Lakshmana, oh, Sita, please protect." And Sita was worried and she said, "Lakshmana, your brother is calling. Why don't you go?" Lakshman knew that nothing can have harm happen to Lord Rama. She said, "Mother, don't worry. Lord Rama is protected. Nobody in the world, nobody has taken birth to defeat him. And don't worry, it is all demons doing magic." And she pierced his heart with some sharp, not arrows, with the words, "One brother took away the kingdom. Another brother want to enjoy the possession of Lord Rama. That's myself." Then Lakshmana is always thinking Mother Sita as mother, and he never looked at the face. When the abhushan's was given to identify, is it Mother Sita? He said, "I don't know any of them because I never looked at mother's face. I looked at only the lotus feet." And he could able to identify what is the pile there in the lotus feet. That is Sita's, but I don't know about her bangle or other things because I've never seen Mother Sita face to face. That's what Lakshman told. Such a wonderful person. So Krishna gives back, Lord Rama gives back. So this is what the piercing word you told to Bharat. Even though it's pure, you told Arup, you told false statement saying that he is trying to kill us. That is the same effect. How you feel now. Lakshmana was feeling so much pained multiple times by hearing this mother Sita speaking. So that's a Vaishnava Aparadh. So he has to get back whatever he has to got back. So then he goes away. That's the episode we see. Now the problem starts again. Now Mother Sita has offended Lakshman. Is it not? Now Sita has to also need to get the punishment. How? When she comes back from Lanka, Rama said, "I will not expect. How do I know your purity?" So similarly, how she pierced Lakshman with the words, Lord Rama has to say that, saying that you have to prove your chastity. So that is the worst thing for Mother Sita, to go in front of everyone, and Lord Rama is not believing her, go through that process. She knew that, but still, it's so much pain for a mother chastity, like mother, to go through that words and things like that. So same episode happened when Vali came, when first Sugriva and Hanuman met Lord and Ram in that mountain. So he gave seat immediately to Lord Ram to sit, but he did not offer any seat to Lakshman. So that way he offended, Sugriva offended Lakshman. So when the fight was happening, the compromise happened. Rama promised that he will kill Vali because of Vali, Sugriva has been going around, and the fight happened. So first day, Rama allowed him to take a lot of beatings. Then he came back, Sugriva and Vali, then Sugriva asked, "Oh, Lord Ram, I was depending on you. He was beating me, my brother. Why didn't you kill him?" And as if Rama says, "No, I could not able to identify. This is the external reason that both of you look like the same, that I could not kill. He's a Paramatma. Does he not know who is Vali, who is Sugriva? Is Lord Rama is not that capable?" The internal reason is that he did not offer proper seat to Lakshman. He did a Vaishnava Aparadh. So for that, he has to get back some he has to get back some punishment. So even Sugriva, first day, got a good beatings from Vali. So similarly, this episode, we can go on and on. It is, let it be our wife, let it be as dearest devotee Lakshmana, let it be Mother Mahaprabhu's mother Sachimata. Krishna never forgiven anyone else. What to speak of devotees, insignificant devotees like this? He would not spared. In this episode, we can see that how Vaishnava aparad Krishna would never forgive, irrespective of whoever it is. So such a what is a severe offense out of all the mother of all offenses is the Vaishnava aparad. So speaking wrongly about the Vaishnava, so that happens when we start the Gramya Katha. See, most of the time we start some Gramya Katha, then it transforms into Gramya Katha into some suggestions, blaspheming. Then the blasphemy converts into argument. Argument converts into a lot of aparat. So that way we need to see, it's different stages it progresses. And also it says Vaishnavas, when you not feeling happy, when you see some devotees, then it's also offense. Sometimes we don't like set up devotees. When they come, we might go side. We don't want to look at their face. We might say just smile, externally and go away. But that is also an offense because Vaishnavas are very, 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 very rare. Out of so many millions of people in this world, out of so many millions or billions of living entities, there is only a handful of devotees who want to take progress in Krishna conscious life. They may not be perfect Vaishnavas. Oh, he's a Vaishnava, but he's doing all those offenses. He's getting short-tempered. Look at this feel. Look at him. This kind of, yes, he's also going through the process of purification like us. In that process, in the hospital, everybody is patient. You can't say, oh, that person is not patient. Everybody is patient except the doctor. So everybody, you have to meet other patient in the way of life. They're also getting purification. They started the process. They have come to the hospital, definitely they'll be cured. So similarly, if you're not feeling happy about it, then you are offending it. In fact, the Acharyas goes one step forward and say any living entity you should not offend, because he might become Vaishnava next life, or he will become Vaishnava later. Then whatever offenses you have done previous, when he was not Vaishnava, also will become Vaishnava aparat. So it's very, very complicated. The karma theory is very, very complicated. Even if you not look at somebody, the different way, then the karma will act. So feeling happiness when you're not seeing a Vaishnava, it is an also offense. Then paying obeisances to the Vaishnavas, there are of course different gradation are there. When you see any Vaishnava, pure Vaishnava like Prabhupada, your Guru Maharaj, Siksha Guru, any number of time you see, you have to fall at their feet. You have to pay obeisances. You see from distance, morning you have seen, okay, I don't need to pay obeisances in the afternoon. No. Whenever you go to Mayapur, you see so many sannyasis coming. Even not only sannyasis, ISKCON sannyasis, any other sampradaya for that matter, they are saffron. It is Mayavadi, does not matter. You have to pay obeisances when you see any renounced order of life, any number of times. Whenever you see them, after some time you're seeing 5 minutes, you have to pay obeisances. There is no excuses. If anybody is initiated, first initiated, second initiated, at least one time in a day, you should pay obeisances to them. At least a Kanishta Adhikari or a new Bhakta who has come to the ISKCON, at least mentally also you have to pay obeisances. If you're not able to physically pay, you are having pain and things like that is not practical, then at least mentally you also to pray to them that I'm paying obeisances to them, right? So there are different gradation level at the Vaishnavas what we can offer obeisances. So that way we see Sanatana Goswami was going parikrama around Govardhan. He would 1,000 dandavats to the Govardhan and 1,000 obeisances to the other Vaishnavas. That is his principle. Imagine Sanatana Goswami, who is at the level of Acharya, Prema stage eternal associate, is paying 1,000 obeisances every day to all the Brajavasis. So that way, this is very, very important subject. So what will happen? So it is 7:21. Probably I'll open up for more discussion and more your realization. Another 5 minutes, I'll quickly summarize. So this is the Shastric evidence of what happens if one offenses. The fools who offend Vaishnava, great souls, fall into the hell named Maharurava with their forefathers. Not only you take your forefathers as well. Killing. So these are the 6 types of offenses anybody can do. Killing a Vaishnava, criticizing a Vaishnava, hating a Vaishnava, not welcoming a Vaishnava, becoming angry at and not attaining delighted upon seeing Vaishnava are the 6 causes of downfall. These are the 6 type of anarthas one can Vaishnava aparadha one can perform. So the homework, somebody wants to go, Prabhu, we want to read additional details. Where do I read about Vaishnava aparadha? Then you can read Kapila Dev's teaching to Mother Devahuti, 3.29 chapter, text number 21 to 45. Text number, let me repeat, 329, third canto, 29 chapter, text number 21 to 40, 45, like that, at least 34. It talks about the various, Krishna is telling how I'm offended when Vaishnavas are offended. So text number 21 to 27, especially a lot of details are there, which you can go and read, because he says you might do a deity worship, elaborate deity worship, but the Paramatma in somebody's heart, you're not respecting it, then I don't consider your worship as great. Sometimes we think, oh, he's a non-Vaishnava, the family members, especially doing Vaishnava Ninda with family members is quite high, because we take things for granted, even wife, children, and maybe in-laws, they may not be devotees. So sometimes I would hesitate to pay obeisances to my in-laws, thinking that, oh, they are not devotees as of now. It's like that. But we are paying obeisances to the Paramatma in the heart. Anybody who is elder, they needs respect, irrespective of they are devotees or not. That's a secondary. Any human behavior, first thing is to pay obeisances to the elders. Does not matter what category they are into. Right? Prahlad Maharaj, he would always respect his father. So, so that is first aspect, because the Paramatma is there in the heart. First thing, I'm trying to respect the Paramatma in the heart of different living entities. And when you start respecting the normal human beings, normal non-bhaktas, generally it's maybe easy for us to pay obeisances to the Vaishnava when you see. But it is maybe hard for the non-devotees will look at it or respect them, or the even within the family, husband, spouse, children, because we take things for granted. So unless you practice it everywhere, you will not be able to practice it in all the places. So that way, it is very, very important that we respect all the Vaishnavas. Of course, you have entitled to scold your children because they're dependent. You're trying to correct them. Prabhupada's classical example is Gaur Mohan De. And you say, see, I have to correct you as a father, but I hate to do that. I need to do that. And you are a great Vaishnava. With that, he would chastise Prabhupada. Look at his understanding. My God, Gaur Mohan Dev is an exemplary Vaishnava. And we can't, how he handled Srila Prabhupada, my goodness. But he would correct, of course, he would correct his son, but he would tell, see, I have to correct his son as a duty, but, and like that. So we also entitled to do all those things for our kids, but at the same time, we should always remember there are Vaikuntha kids. They have come from birth. They're not taking onion garlic, following 4 regulative principle. How many people in the world who had an opportunity to do that? Our family members, or some of them are doing it, which means that they are special. They may not be chanting, they may not be hearing Bhagavatam, but they're already started some Shukrati, capturing, following 4 relative principle. It is just matter of time. They'll become devotees, or we don't know what stages the Krishna would push them to become devotees. They might become greater devotees later point in time. So like that. So we can never judge a person. So we might come Krishna conscious. Initially, we would have come in the first, but later you see the progress in which the family members take over us sometime. That happens. So that way we can never judge a people. Give respect to all the living entities, including non-devotees and including family members. Then you will also start respecting the Vaishnavas. That's how we can progress in the bhakti. Otherwise, there is no other hope. There is no other hope. There is no other hope unless that Vaishnava forgives you. There is nothing else you can do. At least if chanting, do Nama Prad, you can go in Harinam Prabhu. You can pray and do more chanting. If you do Seva Prad, you can there's mantras. You can recite that to get rid of the offenses, or you can chant more also. But Vaishnava Parad is something which, even the Vaishnava forgives. The dust in the lotus feet of the Vaishnava does not forgive. Krishna never forgives, including it be your own mother or wife or brother. With that, I would stop here for any corrections, reflections for 5 minutes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Today's class was very, very divine. Thank you so much for this enlightenment. And we have hands raised for questions. Divya Gopu Mataji, you can ask the question. And then Meenakshi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Pranam.
And as Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Divya Mataji.
Prabhu, very practical and much needed session, Prabhu. Thank you so much. It is very scary, and with the amount of vasanas I possess, I hope I'll keep going down if I don't watch it, Prabhu. So my question is, there will be differences between people for sure, right, Prabhu? Because no one is the same. So how to practice this acceptance, Prabhu, and how to get rid of Vaishnava Aparadh before committing and after committing?
Sorry, I was distracted. Can you repeat that again, please?
My question is how to practice acceptance between people, Prabhu, and also get rid of Vaishnava Aparadh before committing the Aparadh and also after committing the Aparadh.
How to get along with the people?
Yeah,
What
how
is
to
the first part
practice
of-
acceptance. Yeah.
See, as I mentioned, you have to look at the Pandita Samadarshanaha, right? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that, every living entity has a Paramatma in their heart. That's why we don't hurt others and things like that. When you pay obeisances to the elder, it does not matter. First thing is start practicing that to non-devotees, respecting them. So most of the time, when we come to Krishna consciousness, we keep away our family, saying that, oh, they're non-devotees, they're eating still onion, garlic, and I don't want to go to their house. Things like that. Even though they're elders very closer to our family, they think that we are the pure souls. We are come from Vaikuntha, right? So that's why they are also distanced and they also don't get an opportunity to become devotees. If somebody is doing little bit practice also, we should encourage them. They may not do all those necessarily what we are doing it, but at least little bit giving prasadam, appreciating small acts, giving our association and respecting elderly, especially paying obeisances on the festival days or regular days, giving complete respect, whatever, allowing freedom to do whatever they want. But always encouraging anything on the Krishna conscious. That's the way you should preach to the family members. That way, once you start respecting, irrespective of, sometimes we think, ISKCON, Gaudiya Vaishnavas are the superior, Sri Vaishnavas are not superior. Other sampradayas are a little inferior because they don't chant mantra. We only chant 16 rounds. Is another thing comes to my mind. Our mind is that, oh, Vrindavan, we go, still there's some people, rickshawala will be smoking weed. Oh, I'm greater devotee than that rickshawala. No, they are the yogis and rishis. They've been many millions of years after doing tapasya. Radharani has allowed them to stay in Vrindavan. There is no way we can monkeys and say we are better than the Vrindavan monkeys. No way we can look at it. First thing is that understanding that all the soul Paramatma is there. The Paramatma in the Vigraha in the temple and Paramatma in the heart of another soul is the same. There is no difference. That's why I said you go that homework 3.29. In that Devahuti Kapila, Lord Kapila explains in detail about how one is disrespecting other living entity. That's the bottom. Leave the Vaishnavas. In the Vaishnavas itself, our respect towards Gaudiya Vaishnavas will be different. Our respect towards Sri Sampradaya will be different. Respect towards other Sampradaya, Shakti Sampradaya, Shiva Sampradaya, our will be different. And of course, those who are non-devotee, that's different. Those who are demonic person, our respect will be different. But at least try to see at the platform. It does not mean that then we go on the rogue also will pay obeisances. No, it does not that mean. At least see the soul Paramatma is there. Paramatma is allowing the person to happen. If senior sincere, then you just pay obeisances, move away. We don't need to have any association, but at least respecting demigods. Most of the time after coming to ISKCON, we don't stop disrespecting the devatas because now I will need to only worship, otherwise it become offense. No, paying obeisances, respecting demigods is not a problem. Worshipping is the problem. So most of the time we stop doing that as well, right? So that way we need to be very clear that anybody is superior than to us, respect in the age or whatever, in the position a devata, it could be anyone, irrespective of devotee or not, start respecting them. Then start respecting your own family members. Automatically that habit will cultivate and you will start loving all the devotees as well. It's natural to respect devotees and not respect others. So it has to start from there. Otherwise, you will start offending. That's first part of the question. How to avoid the Vaishnava aparadha and how to get rid of it after Vaishnava aparadha. Then there are a series of steps are involved. So one need to always, very cautious about doing the Vaishnava aparadha. You keep hearing the seminars, attending it, have association, like-minded people who is very serious about chanting holy name without offenses. You have to take their offenses. So you take their association. Second thing, once you committed unknowingly or knowingly, go and ask forgiveness to the person. If it's still not, the person is not still forgiving, go and do menial service, which will satisfy for prolonged years. Even still that is not happening. First step is, as soon as you commit offense, you should remorse, you should feel bad, you should repent for what you're doing. That's the first thing. Then the next step is going and asking forgiveness. Why you want to repent? So that next time you don't do that offense. The second step is that you go and beg forgiveness. Third step is still doesn't approve, then you keep doing menial service. Fourth step is still doesn't do, then you should take shelter of the holy name and continuously non-stop you keep on praying to Krishna, saying that please give a change of heart to that Vaishnava. Does not mean that this is the fourth step is replace, okay, I will do a Vaishnava aparadha, I'll chant, it will go away. No, this is the fourth step, last resort. The person is, even after doing menial service, is still not forgiving, is still not accepting you. Then you have to do that step. Then leave it to Krishna. So like that you can do. And whenever you unknowingly committed something which you don't know, you can go to Mayapur. There is a place, Purda Maya temple, there in Navadip Dham. You can pray to her for getting rid of offenses there. And majority wherever you see, at least start following now. Don't repeat the Vaishnava aparadha going forward, number one. So that repentance itself, Krishna will understand, okay, this devotee is serious about not committing Vaishnava aparadha. Whatever you've done already, only you have to pray. There's nothing else you can do about it. If you know something specifically you've done, go and beg forgiveness to the particular Vaishnava. Going forward, how serious you are, that's what Krishna would see. So going to the holy places, chanting more and feeding the Vaishnavas, right? You can go all the festivals, feed Vaishnavas, serve them some menial service. That attitude will keep you away from doing Vaishnava aparadha. If you don't do menial service, we don't serve the Vaishnavas, especially Prasadam, there could be chances that. So wherever there is opportunity, don't think that, okay, only this service or superior DT worship, doing Abhishek, garlands, that's okay. There is a seva opportunity came to serve the Vaishnavas, then I'll say, Prabhu, I'm DT, I'm cooking for DTs. I will not be able to do this service. Once in a while, we need to take an effort to do serving the Vaishnavas. Of course, DT is also important. It is part of the one of the angas of bhakti. But consciously making effort, in a year at least I will make 3 days dedicated for serving the Vaishnavas. Let me go and cook in the kitchen for the devotees. Let me serve them. Let me mop the floor. Let me clean the toilet. Some menial service. Let me keep on the chapel stand. Let me do some humble menial service to the Vaishnavas in the temple or any other community. That will give always constant thinking that, oh, I'm a dasana das. And like that, there are so many. It is not one day effort. It is a gradual effort. But we can go on. It is 2 days seminar. We need to do 48 hours. Then we will be able to understand all this integrity. But today's topic is be serious about Vaishnava aparadha and try to consciously make an effort.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Meenakshi Mataji, Shilpa Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, in regard to the answer you gave, Prabhuji, serving the Vaishnavas, feeding the Vaishnavas, will it also include taking any fruits or anything which they might like, or considering that they will like when we go to see a Vaishnava, or during some services to the temple, if we go and we carry something, will that also include, or only if we go to the temple and do seva in the kitchen or doing the serving
No, anything.
of prasadam,
No,
only
no.
does that?
No. That is one of the ways to do it because it's easy. You can meet so many Vaishnavas.
Okay.
Otherwise, Tatadi
Yes, sure.
Pragdiganati, right? That 6 loving exchanges of devotion service to one-on-one to the devotees, giving some gifts, all those things all those opening our mind in confidence, all those 6 aspects of in nectar of instruction, that is also part of it. But this is majorly easily doable to larger scale to various Vaishnavas. Now we see that in Mayapur Radhanath Swami Maharaj Yatra, devotees go only to serve Varishta Vaishnavas. They do go only for service. They don't be part of the class most of the time. Maharaj will give wonderful nectarian class. He will take to different pastime places, but the devotees, they want to serve Maharaj and the Vaishnavas. And Maharaj this time said there's no roti maker required because they have to make but the 10,000 devotees, they have to make chapati, even for 4 or 5 chapatis. Now it's going to be 60,000 chapatis, and making rolling 60,000 chapatis is not a joke. People go, Radhesham Prabhu goes at 4 o'clock in the morning for vegetable cutting. He did not take up other service. He said, I'll do vegetable cutting. He goes at 4 o'clock morning. He's leaving his chanting japa time and goes and cuts. And after that, he does. Look at these. Look at the Vaishnavas' mood in serving them. So that is the aspects. It is gathering is important. Serving Vaishnava is important. But when you go at this kind of a scale, when you meet the devotees, that moodness of humbleness, serving the Vaishnavas, all this aspect will develop. And these are very important. That's what we are going. It's, of course, class you can hear Maharaj anytime, go on. But this is the important aspect, right? When you cultivate how Maharaj is cultivating the serving the Vaishnavas mode. And Solna Jayapatka Maharaj told, he gave a grand reception to Radhanath Maharaj. He quoted this example. When a Vaishnava is not happy receiving another Vaishnava, then it is an offense. And he quoted this, whatever I told today, and he made a grand reception for His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj. Of course, both are them elevated souls, they love each other, but he's setting an example how another God brothers should receive other God brother, and setting an example of these wonderful souls in front of our eyes. We are so fortunate to learn from all those things.
Prabhuji, my question is, what did we exactly compare with the mad elephant, Prabhuji? I think I missed that part. We compared Vaishnava Ninda to mad elephant, Prabhuji, if I understood it right.
So you put a crop, your Bhakti Lata Bija is a creeper. You can just by pulling it out, your hand always it will come off. It's so delicate. But there's a mad elephant, right? It is a mad elephant. You have seen mad elephant? It will break the rickshaw, it will topple everything. And you give the scripper to him, what will happen? So mad elephant offenses is that it can Bhakti Laja creeper, whatever we are going by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Completely it will be removed, uprooted with the mad elephant. You don't need a mad elephant for that. But the Vaishnava Prada is such a powerful, it's like a mad elephant offense, it would destroy the bhakti, and it's very difficult to get back. And also mad elephant offense is that you chant nicely, everything you do, then you put your sand, after taking bath, it puts sand on its own body, it dirt again himself. So Vaishnava Aparadha is you progress in bhakti, but by doing Vaishnava Aparadha, you're going back. So it's like putting in dirt after taking bath. So all those examples.
Okay, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, that slide said end of Vaishnava Ninda and it was showing a mad elephant. So that is my doubt exactly. What does that slide convey, Prabhuji?
Ignore that. There's nothing like
okay, okay,
but you see that elephant is there, chained, it broken the chain.
Yes.
People trying to control it, is breaking all the trees. So this is the trees itself, there's so much problem. What if a Bhakti Laja creeper, which is a small creeper, tender creeper, and our Bhakti creeper is very, very tender, just given a 2 leaves, not even 2 leaves, it is sprouting. And if you leave the elephant, what would happen?
Yes, Prabhuji, understood, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.
So I'll also seek forgiveness to all the Vaishnavas assembled here if anything I spoken inappropriately. And I'm done. Are there any more?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Can I ask a question?
You can ask the moderator if she allows, then I would.
We have time till 5-10 more minutes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Mine is a simple, quick one, but I always have this confusion when we are in the temple hall in front of the deities, and if we meet any senior devotee, obeisances should not be given in front of the deities, or how do we pay obeisances to seniors in front of the deities, Prabhu?
Yeah, you should not pay obeisance or touch the feet when in front of the deities. This does not mean that we should not obeisances. If we see your guru is coming, then if you are in the altar, you are a pujari, mentally you can pay obeisances, but just come out a little space, then you can pay obeisances little in the side or come little closer to. Now, generally what happens is, if you see South Indian temple, it's always three structure. One is the Garbhagudi will be there. There will be a middle portion where they would, some closer pujaris will be there. Then the outside third place is where all the general public will be there and things like that. So in ISKCON also it is there, but you have to mentally visualize it. Closer to the deities is the Garbhagriha. Then after that there is a space, second place, and Prabhupada, closer, generally Prabhupada is opposite. Where the Prabhupada is there, that area is, you can see the general public area. So you can move a little bit and just pay obeisances from there. So paying obeisances is important, especially gurus. So you should not in front of touching the deities when they're taking darshan, or in just right in front of the deities, touching their feet, paying obeisances is when they can stand, but you need to be away from that area, and you can do it from there, the second or third stage. First stage is Garbhagudi, in front of sanctum. Sanctum, if you say, let's say Guru Maharaj is come, I'm doing pujari, leave everything and pay obeisances, that's not allowed.
Okay, got it, Prabhuji.
But you have to pay obeisances.
Yes,
You have to move a little away, sides, and you can pay obeisances, no problem.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. We'll take one more question. Shobha Mataji, please.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Then with pranams. Prabhuji, like you said that we should go and ask for the forgiveness from the devotee we have against whom we have done this offense. So, Prabhuji, when we are at home and our family is into Krishna consciousness path, then like my own Prabhuji or my own daughter, and then sometimes it happens that we tend to get outside, we do behave in a very nice way, but at home we are into our actual real skin, and then we do lot of offenses. I think I do. So how to get there, Prabhuji? Because I'll ask for forgiveness and things will be sorted out, then again things come in the same manner, and then again some offenses being done. So how at home, how to, Prabhuji, do these things then? Because we are continuously then committing offenses.
Yeah, I will not answer this question because I've been not following this. It would be inappropriate for me to answer if I don't follow. So maybe you can ask the senior Vaishnavas, even though I know the answer, but it is inappropriate for me because I've not also overcome. So I'll let you know when I overcome. Next question.
Thank you so much.
Next question. Next question.
Suma Mataji, you can ask the question. Shobha Mataji,
Thank
beautiful
you,
question.
Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranams, Prabhuji.
Namaskar.
Prabhuji, since the topic is on Vaishnava Aparadha, in this forum itself, a few days back, I had shared my experience of doing Vaishnava Aparadha, Prabhuji, and I was going through the consequences of that. I was not able to chant. So that day, everybody felt bad for me. But in the month of Damodar only, I prayed to Damodar and asked for forgiveness to that Mataji, Prabhuji. And there was a gap in between us. So now that gap has, been removed by Damodara, mercy of the Damodar. That Mataji was so pleased and very happy. Now she said that she was also struggling to chant, and now Mataji is very happy, and we both are very good friends. And I wanted to share this in this forum itself and seek blessings of everybody, Prabhuji. Please pray for that Mataji also. Hare Krishna. And it was a very wonderful chance given by Lord Damodar, I feel. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the
Hare
blessings.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you
Hari
so
Bol
much,
Mataji,
Prabhuji,
Hari Bol.
for the opportunity. Hare Krishna. Pranams to all Matajis and Prabhujis.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. We don't have any more questions. It was a wonderful class, Prabhuji. Lot of enlightenment, through I hope we can, stay by what we have heard and continuously, reading or probably hearing would help us get there. But thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Can we end the class? Prabhuji, can you show us the altar so that we can do Damodar Ashtakam?
Okay, that I didn't know, but I'll, yeah, definitely. You
If
give me a minute.
it,
No,
if it is
yes.
possible, Prabhu.
It is possible. You just
Yeah.
start. I'll go down. I'll just give me 2-3 minutes. By the time you start, I'll be able to show that.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Who is going to sing the Damodar Ashtakam today? Who wants to sing? Suma Mataji, you want to sing?
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. If nobody is singing, I'll sing.
Yeah,
Hare.
nobody has opted yet.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Matajis and Prabhujis. Mataji, shall I start or wait for you?
No, when Prabhuji shows the altar, probably we can start. Yeah.
Okay, Mataji.
Just give me a second. I'm just. Visible, Mataji?
Prabhuji,
Yes,
the
Prabhuji.
Damodar Leela photo is not seen, Prabhuji. You can still the camera at one place, Prabhu, and we
Yeah.
can sing the Damodar Ashtakam. Little lower, little more. Yes, Prabhu, that's fine. Yes, little lower. Yeah, that's perfect, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Yes, that's perfect. Hare Krishna. Suma Mataji, you can start.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada. नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले भ्राजमानं यशोदाभियोलुखलाधवमानं परामृष्टमत्यन्ततो धृत्य गोप्या रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं व्रजन्तं कराम्बोजयुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रम् मुहुश्वासकं पत्रिरेखाङ्ककण्ठ स्थितग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्वन्तमाख्यापयन्तम् तदीयेषितग्नेषु भक्तैर्जितत्वं पुनः प्रेमतस्तं शतावृत्तिवन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरेशादपीह इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालबालं सदा मे मनस्याविरास्तां किमन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्बोजमत्यन्तनीलैर्वृतं कुन्तलैः स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनस्याविरास्तामलं लक्षलाभै नमो देवदामोदरानन्तविष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजालाब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यातिदीनं बतानु गृहाणि क्षमामज्ञमेध्याक्षिदृश्य कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमूर्त्यैव यद्वत् त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिबाजौ कृतौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकाम्ये प्रयच्छ नमो शीघ्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेह नमस्ते स्तुदाम्ने स्फुरद्दीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायाथ विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यां नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यां जय श्रील प्रभुपाद निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल दामोदर भगवान की जय यशोदा मैया की जय दामोदर लीला की जय। Hare Krishna, all glory
Hari,
to the assembled devotees. Thank you,
Hari
Mata.
Bol, Hari Bol. Prabhu, we'll end the class with prayers.
Yes.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय शिल प्रभुपाद की जय श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय दामोदर लीला की जय हरे कृष्णा टू ऑल डिवोटीज थैंक यू प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम
Hare Krishna.
I'll end the class
Hare Krishna,
हरे